Hi, this is Andy Bryce of Easy Data Transform, and I'm going to demonstrate the batch processing feature in Easy Data Transform. This allows you to process hundreds or thousands of files in a single operation. So let's start with a simple example. We've got a file of customers here and another file of orders. So the customers is a list of customers identified by their customer ID, which is a unique identifier. And the orders is various information about orders they've made, cross-referenced by the customer ID again. So what we want to do here is join the two tables together to get a new table. Now we want the orders to be on the left and the customers on the right. So we'll just swap them over so that the table we want to appear on the left of the join is at the top. Select the two files and do a join. Now Easy Data Transform has guessed that the customer key is customer ID for the two tables. For more complex examples you might want to use Explore keys to look at the keys in the two different tables. Okay, but this is good enough for us, so we're just going to do an output file and we'll just call it output.csv, and we've done our join of this week of orders onto our customers table. So a very simple example. I'm going to save that as batch. Now we might want to do this with hundreds or thousands of files, so let's use the batch feature. Now before we do that, each of these inputs has got an alias. So this one is called orders week 1 based on the file name, and this one's called customers. So let's just change that to orders, which is a little bit simpler, and then let's go to the batch processing feature. So the inputs with the pink here are the customer file and the orders week 1 file, but we want to repeat this process for all of the orders files, so we're going to change this into a wildcard, an asterisk. For each one of these order files we want to output a separate output, and we can do that from the name of the orders file, the name of the customers file, and other things like date and time. So because we're not going to be changing the customers file here, let's get rid of that and we'll put date. So when they're output, this will be substituted with the file stem of the orders file input, and this will be substituted with the date. So let's click process and we're done, because obviously it's only a very simple example. Now let's look at the output, and you can see now we've got 3 output files: output orders week 1, week 2 and week 3. We can also output multiple sheets of an Excel file. So let's get rid of our CSV output and we'll put it out to an Excel file, and we'll change the alias to output. We'll save our file and then we'll open this again, and this has extension CSV because that's what we were doing previously. So let's change that to Excel SX for Excel, and inside square brackets we can add the name of the sheet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to I'm going to move the orders here inside the sheet. So now we're going to get files with the name, output, and then the date, and then the individual sheets within that file are going to be based on the names of the order files. So let's process that. And let's go and look at the output. Okay, so here's an output file with the date, and if we double click on that we get an Excel file, and here you can see it's got 3 tabs, one for each week of orders. The batch processing feature is very powerful. The example we showed here is very simple, with 2 inputs, 1 transform and 1 output. But you could have multiple inputs, multiple transforms and multiple outputs. You can download a free trial of Easy Data Transform for Windows or Mac and try it yourself.